Oh, that changes everything. That's good. Everybody, welcome back to BZ Builds. I appreciate you sticking around and coming back for more of our Aston Martin rebuild. Today we are going to be putting some carbon fiber bits on that came from Poland. Not as many as we'd like, we're still missing a couple of pieces, but at least we're going to make some progress, chase down some electrical gremlins, see what we can get accomplished today. Well, we had a master plan today about how we were going to assemble the front grille and the slam panel and get it all buttoned up cosmetically. Unfortunately, our package did not arrive from Poland, a little bit of a delay through customs. Gonna do something a little bit different, put on the engine underguards, the front spoiler and the rear underguard, and then whatever Antonio else has planned today, we'll get that done as well.
Yeah, we're gonna do some fun stuff today. I don't know why.
We're just gonna make it up as we go along. I think that's that 2007, 2015 difference again.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay right there.
Just let me know when I order the new one to order one for an 07. Get more wood screws at the store?
Yep.
Again, keep in mind, we are not going to use this permanently. We are just trying to get it on the car so we can road test it. The guy I told you about before that was interested in buying this, the one that has all the Porsches.
Yeah.
He came by the other day. He wants it bad. He's like, what's it going to take to get it done faster? I was like, well,
200 grand.
I'm like doing like 60 grand over budget. Like I gotta buy parts that are really expensive to get it done any faster. You know, I'd have to have a $15,000 non-refundable deposit. I can order the parts. I can pull Steve off the line and just finish it in a week.
Yeah.
And so that's all I can do. And he was still hung out for like an hour, checking it out, going through it. He says, well, let me talk to my wife and get back with you.
Okay.
So, and I'd given him the price. He didn't balk at the price. And he understands that I'm asking for the price of clean title one because it's been repaired so well. And he seemed okay with that. So he seemed to just really like this one. And I don't blame him. I think a lot of us do.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Hopefully that comes through because I can really, really use that money. And a Ferrari. What do you think?
Yeah.
Ferrari?
I don't know. Ferrari. None of us are going to fit in it.
That's true. We'll find something else soon.
The camera guy has to drive by himself.
Something else something else for my wife to roll her eyes at when I bring it home. But it won't be as bad as this one was. This was my ego that got me into this one, I think. All good? Good. You don't want to spray your face. Well, we don't have the fender liners yet because, like the marker lights, I would have to order it. But we could at least get it mocked up so it fits. I gotta move the customer car out.
Okay. Well, that's these three on the vehicle.
a little sad looking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this will shine it up. We're gonna have to beat it up a little more.
Alright.
Bring her down.
Oh. Yeah, so we need to be on the inside. Right now we're over. This is one of the parts of the car that, well, was destroyed when we got it, so we didn't take it apart in exactly the most orderly fashion. What if we loosen the shield so it's hanging a little bit looser, and we put this on first, right, and then put the shield up?
Okay. That makes sense.
That might give us an easier time to fit these. Painting floors the next 3-day weekend we get. Tired of this shit.
What color are you going this time?
Just light gray. Just paint it black so I don't have to look at the mess that the guys can't mop up, you know?
What does Deadpool say? I wear red so people don't see me bleed. This guy's got the right idea. With the brown pants.
God, into it.
I also like that you looked at my imaginary person wearing shit pants.
Oh, yeah. He says he's imaginary. How dare you assume it's a he? Tell us how you're really feeling, Anton.
Just another day of paradise.
This one, I'm going to scooch the actual thing over. Damn it, Antonio. This is your specialty. I just tell you what to do. See what working does to me? It makes me sick.
The audacity.
My body's immediately rejecting it. So we
You want to button that up?
speed. Yeah. Yeah, let's-
Okay.
Come on, man.
Woo-wee. We are ready for
You're
that.
actually gonna finally fully attach something.
Alright.
Almost. I've been waiting so long for this. Like, I think I bought the carbon fiber before we had most of the body parts. I've just been waiting the whole time. It took a year and a half to put this stuff on.
You don't want to end up fighting.
No.
Come down.
Got this one.
God, I love when a line just comes together.
I gotta say, all the carbon fiber components that we're using are made by ECPS Group in Poland. And the price is actually really reasonable and the quality is amazing. These pieces are just lining right up and fitting with the factory bumper cover like it was made by the factory. Actually, I think it's going on easier than the factory stuff did because it was plastic. And if you look at the weave that they do, if you want to zoom in, how intricate this is where they join the two pieces. I mean, every spot of this carbon fiber is perfectly lined up equally. I mean, you cannot beat the quality. Their work is amazing.
I'm not impressed by much. I'm impressed.
Oh man, let's see it around. Just unwrapping these, I used a razor blade to cut tape. And even though like the instructions clearly said, do not use razor blades.
That's always an invitation.
It is.
Just so you
think-
know, manufacturers, don't fight us.
When we take it in for the ceramic coat and paint protection film, they'll take care of that. They'll also take care of this ugliness little scratch in the bumper here.
When we get the new one,
Yeah.
this is gonna fit perfectly.
Okay.
There's an indentation. Right? This is what this is right here.
Yeah.
This indentation
Oh.
allows for the screw to set in.
Gotcha.
This one does the same. This one's bent up.
Okay.
So that's what we were fighting.
Okay. Yeah, there's got to be a grill insert here, which if there is, I have to look. It didn't look like
mesh.
there was.
It's mesh.
Is it?
I think the one that was on there was just plastic Diamond mesh?
Just like the grill.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if they do carbon fiber.
I'm
for
sure
this.
they do.
Because I've got the carbon fiber grill. It sucks. Our weather, the ice storms in this country have held it up, but God, I wish we had it to put in today. Oh, it's so close. Oh, let's put this on the ground and see how it looks. Oh, that changes everything. That's filthy. But we can do the rubbers. I generally don't like rubbers, but you know, it makes cars look better. Can't wait till we're all shit away. I kind of looked at these the other day. I'm not exactly sure how they go in or if we need like weather strip adhesive.
Nope,
we
that
got
should just bite in.
Okay. You won't be able to pick it out. We have to file it out. Tell me what you need. That little nub there. Yeah, body filler in there. Oh, it's all right. I was just talking to my dad about this last night because I did so terrible in school. I didn't want to be there. When he finally just pulled me out of school and took me to the body shop and work, I was like, "No, please don't throw me in the briar patch, Mr. Farmer, please." And, totally faked that I hated it, and they wouldn't like let me do cool stuff like paint cars. They made me sand cars and mask cars and detail and do all that stuff. And they thought I hated it, and I absolutely loved it. So when I come across something like this is just like this is like
Christmas for you?
Oh yeah. So the body shop got a little extra filler in here. It looks like when they must have repaired the edge here, and or it had a prior repair at some point because this was a used fender. So I just got to clean it up a little bit so we can get the seal in there. Do it to perfection. It's going to be a very fine line between having it just right and too far. So, I'm hiring two additional technicians. If anybody's looking for a job, got to be qualified, got to be able to stay out of my tools and put my tools back when you use them.
You need to be able to use just common sense. I'm just refamiliarizing myself.
See, I just went through this whole box. I have drawers that were full 2 weeks ago that are empty now, and it's just spread everywhere across. We know who's doing it. It's the one who says, "I didn't use your tools." Mm-hmm. Of course, everybody says that.
This one.
Yep.
Still familiar.
How did we both miss Sally 3 times?
Just like we missed the toilet.
Oh, stop. I know this. That's all the way in. A little bit of weather strip adhesive down here to hold the corner. And now I'll just sit here and wait for 10 or 15 minutes. For SL55 AMG, I bought and sold to a customer a couple of years ago off of my car lot. This car is very important to me, this particular car, because when I wanted to make the jump and change my car lot to go from selling $3,500 and $4,000 car junkers on up into really nice cars and have less inventory of a lot higher quality, this was the first one that I took a gamble on. I ended up spending about, I think I spent $14,000 on it at the time. I bought it at auction, the suspension was collapsed, it said it didn't run, but it did have a key. And it ended up being quite the fiasco. The key that was in the car was not the proper key for the car, and Mercedes was the only one that could do it. A locksmith couldn't do it. So it ended up costing me about $4,000 to get a key and then fix the suspension and everything else. But you know what? It really, really paid off. I ended up selling this car for close to $30,000, very low miles on it, amazing performance, and just having it a lot and having it around really elevated the feeling of the cars that we did. At the same time, we remodeled the office, painted the building a different color, really took it from just a yucky repair shop and used car lot to much more upscale. And so thanks to this customer for buying that, it really helped me out. This car is nice to see it come back, as for most of the cars we sell, to come back for service all the time. Really having these types of cars around, other people see it, they bring their higher end cars here, and it just was the start of a really good cycle for me, and I'm glad to still have it around here. You need a fuse too?
Nah, I think the fuse is fine.
Pull on it and see if it comes out like that other one did.
Nope.
The other one just like fell out of your hand basically,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, Steve.
It's alright, we're gonna run into a lot of this.
If you want to try and run it today, I mean, we're still waiting on the ignition switch, but if you want to try and see if that fixes that overfueling issue, you can throw throttle body back on, we can crank it over. It won't take much to know. Now, we did do hundreds of hours of wiring repair on this harness, so we didn't have to replace the harness. So, well, I can't say we, Steve and Antonio did.
You know, I have to give credit to Steve. Steve was the mad magician on that.
Yeah, and so there very well could be a ground issue somewhere, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed and hope that it was just a simple relay issue.
Right here is our power stud.
Okay.
So this does not go up here.
Okay.
This goes down here.
Okay.
We need power from the inside box, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The other one will probably go from here to the box.
You know, I know how he missed that. I know exactly how he missed that, because on the original body, that's right where the fire hydrant went through.
Yep.
And just so that wasn't there. And that harness that we used from the starter to the box was off of the 2007 model.
So if I'm not correct, I'm pretty sure I'm the one that took this off because I had to cut it.
Okay.
And that's why he would have missed it as well, because we weren't on the same page at first.
Gotcha. Let me have red phone. Yep.
What Antonio is going through right now, we spent a long time looking for that plug goes. No matter how good you are at this, no matter how many cars you've built, no matter how many times you've built the same car, you have to absolutely take pictures and document everything you do. Because when you're taking on a project of this size, there's no way for anyone to be good enough to remember that exactly where everything went. Everyone else organized, the bags rolled in. Yeah. Yep. Keep your map. I'll take care of that. You're correct, sir. And this probably mounts on that stud up there we were looking at that we now is impossible to access.
Yep.
With that electric grease.
Yeah.
Whose idea was the pictures?
Jason's was the idea with the pictures, the bags and labeling with me.
Yeah, that was all you.
All right, you supplied the pen.
I just write the checks.
Okay. Back to 916. I can sleep tonight.
So, not as eventful today as we would have liked, but we did make progress. Every little bit is progress, and we want to continue to bring everybody content on a regular basis and show the realities of building these cars and what it takes, so people don't get in over their heads and take on a project they shouldn't. Anyways, thanks for watching, and like, share, subscribe.
Donate. Feel free to sponsor us.